Okay, time for the November Cata Verdera member tip. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Today we are going to talk about swing plane, right? So swing plane is the angle of the shaft that the club is built on, right? And then now in modern day teaching, you get people be like, does swing plane even exist? Well, I've got this stick in the ground because this stick is going to represent that angle that my Callaway 8-iron here is built on. So what I would say is that certainly on the way down from waist high to waist high, if you want to swing and point this club at the target that you aimed at, relatively speaking, you're going to have to kind of be on this angle a little bit. Now, for a fade, you might be a little steep and on top, and a draw, you might be a little bit underneath. But I mean, we're talking tiny little bits. And most of the really good players that I coach, they're all kind of in the realm of that. And a lot of them will actually do the shot shaping. They'll do it with aim rather than coming over or under on plane. But let's talk about that real quick. Okay, so if I set up like this and I have to bring this club right back to this angle, I mean, there's really only one angle that comes back to that angle, and that's that angle. It's just geometry. So I'd be really careful, because you see a lot of people now and they'll start trying to point the club at the ball on the way down, right? So they're on this plane and they go back here and then they start trying to point it. You guys can see, that's way steeper than that. That's never going to come back and point at the angle that the club started on. So I do think there is swing plane. I mean, the engineer built this thing on an angle for a reason. And if you swing it up and down on this angle or parallel to it, it's going to come back here every time. And that's just geometry again. So give that some thought. And this is why the target intention, this angle, when I aim this club, is pointed at the target, right? So when I get to waist high and above, I should be on a higher parallel plane, not pointing at the ball. That's going to be steep every time. So give that some thought, simplify your thoughts, and definitely on the way down from waist to waist, this club, if it's on this angle in the face, which is 89% where the ball goes, doesn't twist, the club would swing and point at that target every time. So go get with Nick or Robbie or me or one of the people who teach here. Make sure you understand some of these concepts. Make sure you're using these tools or these clubs as they're built and designed. And I think that'll really help, and I'll see you guys next month.